CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens Movement for Change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC core values, CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's all together. Let's all together. It's a unity. Raise up the hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the line of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, yes,
We always
yes.
you
The time
as
has
we come
come.
to our panelists in the US to bring to your number one program, nighttime program. And someone said, wow, we are always blessed. CMC team always make our weekend great. Our weekend now, the weekend now becoming to be like the weekend for the people because during our Thursday and Friday edition of the program, the audience grow, the people get through by the radio and participate at the same time. We we surprise them by giving them the package for the weekend and the scratch card just to have a time to communicate with their family, their friends, their loved one. So it's just exactly what the CMC is here for. So good morning, welcome. My name is Ansu. I'm here alongside for Heron. Heron, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, also. Good morning, Liberia, and good morning to our many listeners always following the Renaissance Radio 96.1 Truth FM. And good morning to our online follower based on the time at your end. We like to say good morning, good afternoon, whatever the time will be at your end. And just another day, just after the weekend, again, we are here to do our piece of job, what we signed off to, and we hope we enjoy doing it and do it to our best. Yes. So with that being said, no time. We would like to welcome on our panelists, our two energetic, gigantic. Uh, I don't want to specify to say the women for CMC, the backbones, when it comes to CNC. So I would like to say good morning to
The weekend thing that start. How small thing you put in your ear? The
can you imagine? I was in bed. I left from here somewhere around 3 o'clock early morning. I go home at 7 o'clock. My phone ringing, people just calling me. I was like, wow, how would I sleep? So we should ready, and
the other
yeah.
guy said, Asu,
What they were calling you for? What they were calling you for, Aaron?
other guy said, Asu, can you please tell Dr. Richardson and Madam Grace to me that thing from Monday to Friday? I said, no, man, bring you anything only for weekend. Like weekend
Yeah.
package.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, but you are welcome. Yeah. So for our side, it's morning already. So I see good morning for our end and good evening to your end. You guys are welcome to the show.
Yes.
Yes, I want to just tell all of our many, many listeners around the world, people who are in Radio Land. I always like to recognize the people who are in the security business. They are watching homes and offices in Liberia, those who are traveling, the nurses who are nurses station right now and have our station on low, as to do their documentation. And all of you who are listening to us, I just want to welcome you and tell you thank you for joining us. Share the show if you have not done so already. Take your phone, it's just one click, and you'll be able to do that. Um, it's the sort of ending of Memorial Day in this country, in the country where Grace and I are broadcasting from. Um, we There's a 3 days weekend. This is a day to memorialize people who have passed along, and also, so a lot of people are also barbecuing and out there, enjoying themselves. But we are just here. We want to continue discussing issues relating to our country. We have fun doing this show. This is a fun show. We are serious, but then we also laugh and joke a lot. We are family, and we'll come to you talking about different issues affecting Liberia. Um, I just, of course, want to say this weekend I'm sorry that I wasn't here on the last show. I missed being here with many of you as well, but I had to travel to celebrate the graduation of Miss Lucindy Martin Pay's daughter. It was a wonderful event. This is what it means in CMC and great people of CMC when we respect education. We also respect holding people as family members. When one graduates among the bunch, we celebrate the positivity of our children in the U.S. And while I was away, let me tell you guys, I want to tell you guys something publicly about Miss Grace that you see sitting here. Okay, so I was agonizing. I wanted to be with Cindy Martin Clay. You probably know her. She's a strong woman. She's advocates. She advocates for women in Liberia. She's on the air. Um, she's always been to all of my children's graduation. I have 4 daughters, and she came over the years as my children were graduating. So I told Chris, I said, Chris, I have to go. And my daughter had a art exhibition. Chris, I hope you have some pictures that you can show Q as well. Art exhibition this weekend. This is my first daughter. This is one of her big shows she's doing. She had little small shows, but this was one of the biggest she was doing. Invited her village, her family, her friends, and everything. But and then we talked about it. I thought I could get a ticket to come back in time to be here, but the Atlanta airport is a hot mess, and we couldn't. My husband and I couldn't. So Chris stepped in for me as a mother representing me at the program. It was just, yeah, we go. Yeah, okay, that's Marcine and Chris, and it was such a wonderful thing. My heart was just full of joy, knowing that Grace was going to be at the program. Uh, Never met my daughter before. This was the first meeting, but she said, "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be there." And she sure did. She drove 2 hours, and on top of driving, she cooked. And she cooked the banking the best jollof rice, fried rice. You can imagine. She made a cake, a pound cake, which my daughter refused to bring my own. Okay, she gave the pancake to her house, and she made two pins, actually 3 pins, one for her house, one for me, and one for my daughter. And my daughter, had guests. Her brothers and cousins came over, and so she had guests at her apartment. So she used that and to serve her guests this weekend. What Grace graciously gifted us. So Grace, I just want to just tell you thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's something that I just hold so dear to my heart. This is what we call being supportive. We talk about hanging with each other. and just being there for each other because I couldn't be here. I was being there for another friend and another friend step, and that's how it goes. That's what makes the world goes round. We're paying it forward, as they say in the United States. So I guess, Chris, this is, you can tell us because you were there. I think this is a part of the program if you care to.
Yes. So you see my daughter sitting in the front there, and my
Yes.
son. So
Yes.
it wasn't that I was there. I was there, yes, but I took my entire family. So anyway, I would like to welcome you guys to the show quickly. But as Dr. Francine was saying, she had a prior engagement way earlier before her daughter scheduled this. So she had to go, to meet up with her
Mhm.
sister friend, to go and also celebrate her daughter graduating from high school. So then her Dr. Francine's daughter too was having this big program. It was huge. Just get her celebrities at this program, and she wanted somebody to be there, some adults, to go and be there. And her mom couldn't make it, so I had to come to represent. And it was cool. I went and I went. I represented well. I
She showed
represented.
it.
I represented Liberia very well.
Yes, and represented as a mom to my daughters, and they were
Yes.
just happy. All my daughters were there, and they were like, "Oh, my integrates, integrates,"
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because they see me, and they couldn't stop raving about how gracious you were to them. You just fit in the crowd, and the grace were, they were like, "We don't want cussing in the music, got integrates here,"
Yeah.
but that was the artistic flavor.
Yeah. So I blended very well because I love the youth, and when I sat there in that program, I thought about the Liberian youth as well. And to tell you the truth, I felt very sad, but I felt happy again because remember, this is Dr. Francine's daughter. She's a Liberian, although she was born in America and everything, but she's a Liberian. And she really did. She's a beautiful, brilliant, talented kid. So I was there and I represented her mother. I represented Liberian women, and I represented Liberia as a whole because we were the only group of Liberians that were there. Me, my family, my son, my daughter, and my husband were the only Liberians that were there. And then the rest of the children had Liberian lineage or they were totally Americans. So they were there, and I talked to all of them. I had a 15, I think, 15 seconds. I gave a little bit of speech, and I talk about, how we want to encourage them to excel, and I wish that we could have these kind of things for Liberian children. So anywhere I'm at in the world, and they are having anything concerning the youth, I always try to attend. It don't have to be specifically Liberians, anywhere from the world, the youth. But then when it comes to right to my backyard, which is my own people, I have to represent, and that's what I did for Dr. Francine, and she was so happy. And I told the crowd, I said, I'm here to represent her mother. Her mother is my friend because everybody keep on coming to me and asking me whether she was my daughter because she's tall like me. She
Yes.
said, yes. I said, she said, yeah, you and
So
your
I
daughter
picture
look
what
alike.
that you want to give
Yeah. She said, oh, you and your daughter look alike. So I said, no, that's my friend daughter.
yeah,
I
that's
said,
both
she's
of
my
you
friend's
too.
daughter. Yeah.
You guys have the heights.
Yeah, we have the high. So, it was a very nice program. She was, I mean, she represented very well. She spoke very well. She certificated her friends who were there for her, through her joining, and they spoke very well of her because they too spoke, and the food was nice. We had some nice
Shish kabash.
shish kabash, and no, but we did a cheer, and we cheers to her and her career, and we did it with champagne.
Yeah.
I'm not an alcohol drinker, but I say I'm drinking the champagne with the cheers. I did cheers with that. I mean, it was a very happy night, and I stayed there to the end as Dr. Francis would do because as a daughter, I told her I representing your mom, so I'm staying here to the end. I
Mhm.
stayed to the end, and I asked her when everybody was leaving. I said, "Do you want me to stay to help you to clean up?" And she said, "No, Auntie Grace. A lot of people here now to clean up, so you are free to go." And then I left. But I
Yes.
left her in good hands, and I made friends with all her friends that were there. I gave all of them hugs as a mother would do. So, it
Yes.
was a nice program, and she's going somewhere, Doc, and you have something on your hands. She's going somewhere. She's gonna make it big one day. She's a
Yeah.
very brilliant artist. And then I connected her with my daughter because my daughter too is a painter.
Oh,
So
wow,
we
that's
went
good.
to do a show, and she said, I'm gonna invite you to come and so you can display your work and stuff like that. So
Yes.
the networking was great. And
Awesome.
I saw that, and one of the statement I made in my one of the statement I made in the speech that I gave, that I think I gave it in a speech, or I said it to one of the boys. I said, I admire you so much. I said, because your networking is just so great. Because one of them stood up and said that we don't have to do things together, but when we are doing something, we have to support one another. It don't have to be us as a whole. Although sometimes we'll do things as a whole, as one group, but sometimes we'll do our separate things. And when we do that, we expect everybody to show up. That's the thing they call networking. But
Yes.
our generation has not really accomplished that. So I told him, I said, I'm so proud of you that your network and you help one another, you're there for one another and everything. 'Cause I really saw this girlfriends helping her to do everything. Set up the table, they were there, making sure her things were sold. They were there with their raffle. In fact,
Yes.
yeah, I won a prize. I'm always winning something. So that's what.
Good. Very
So
good.
we did raffle, and they were there helping her. And I started to think about us as Liberians, especially
Mhm.
our generation.
You
From
told me.
the 1965 at least
Mhm.
to the 1990. We
Yes.
don't have that.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned.
We
Yes.
don't have that. So it touched my heart, and I hope Liberians, can hear these kind of things and model after our children. They don't have hate. They
Yes.
don't.
No.
There's there have people there. She had white people there. Puerto Rican people were there. I mean, other skin color. That's why I'm just saying they do
Mhm.
not see hate, not
Mhm.
even with their own kind. They
Yes.
just want to excel that when I'm doing something, you can help me. And when you're doing something, I can help you. And that's the beauty of networking and the beauty of success. Because when you can help me, I can succeed. It means that you have succeeded. Because when you're doing something, I can help you and you can succeed as well. That's
Yes.
what I learned from that program.
Thank you. Thank you. Enter Grace, Madam Grace, the
Yeah.
chair of the CMC USA um, region. I want to just tell you thank you, publicly tell you thank you, and please join me in telling the chair, Enter Grace, Madam Grace, thank you so much. I just meant so much to me. My heart just warmed, when I knew you were going to be there, and I couldn't get back in time. So thank you so much, and I like the lesson. I took away your lesson because we talked about this morning. The support, the network, how we in the Liberian community, as women and as Liberians, if we can just support each other. We don't have to agree into this. We don't have to. Yeah, on this show, you don't have to agree with what Grace and I say, but we have one commonality, and that is Liberia, and we
Yeah.
want to make sure Liberia is governed effectively and governed, where everyone will enjoy and flourish a government for the people and by the people, as we say. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. And of course, I love you
Yeah, I
all.
love you too so much. But let me tell you the other thing that Doc, before we proceed, I hope our students learn listening to the in the studio, because this could help them in Liberia as well. One of the other things that I saw there was that, oh Lord, it just it actually just slipped my mind, but the unity. So even within the political arena,
Mm-hmm.
when a political group is having something in America, we could grace that location.
We
We don't.
will.
It's not that because we're CMC we can go there to show our support. I don't
Yes.
have to be a part of the party. I can
Mm-hmm.
go there to show my support and just listen in,
Yes.
just to support that. And you two can do the same for me.
That's
And
right.
let the best man win. Yeah, in
Yes.
America, I told you that good money. They got McDonald's right there, Wendy's right there, or Taco Bell, all the restaurants in the same location. Now,
Mhm.
the food what I like, that why I'm going to go again.
That's
You
right.
confusing me to go to Taco because I don't like Taco Bell. I would rather
Mhm.
go to Wendy's or Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
So, although we are in the same arena, we can still support one another and still shine. Let the best man win. You don't have to degrade me. You don't have to lie on my political leader name. You don't have to
Mm-mm.
lie on my name. You don't have to do none of that to shine. Let
Mm-hmm.
us put in our best work. Put forth
Mm-hmm.
our best work, and then we can shine and let the best man win. That's the
Yes.
whole idea. That's what our children are doing now. So we
Mm-hmm.
should learn from that. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. That is awesome. And we will be presenting ourselves to political parties convention meeting if we can, and if they're local we will do that. And you know why we'll do that? Because we're very, very sure of ourselves. We have so high self-esteem. We know that our political party stands high, and proud and stands in the name of, doing good things for Liberia. So we know that. So it's not something, but we will support others. Maybe there's something that you have, we can hear it. You know. So
Yeah.
yes, thank you for saying that. That was good. I like that. Let the best man win.
Yeah, let the best man win. Put for your work, I put for my work. We show tangibles. At the end of the day, the people will choose who
Mhm.
they want. Who can do
That's
better
right.
for that person will step in the plate. And then we all work together. Because after they
That's
step in
right.
the plate, we're not going to lead the other people behind. Not going to be like the government and that came to pass and the ones that are in power right now, they only put their own people. We
Yes.
put all our Liberians on the table. Who has the criteria and who has the credential, I mean, and who has the experience. We
Hmm.
put them in that place to represent Liberia and lift the country up because we want
Yes.
the country to be the best place. Liberia is the lighthouse of Africa. We've
Yes.
been like that ever since. People came to our country to succeed. They came
Yes.
to survive. We can get
Yes.
back to that state, but we have to be able to network and we have to be able to say, you know what, we are different, but at the same time, we are the same. Put for your
Absolutely.
work, I put for my work. Let's
Mm-hmm.
shine. Let the best man win. That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
So
remember, Grace, and that I'm just aside, when we were growing up in Liberia, the people who used to be teaching in the schools were mostly people from West African countries. Our neighboring West African countries had a lot of teachers that were from Ghana and Sierra Leone and stuff. So yes, Liberia was the beacon of hope for Africa at one point, and we
yeah.
need to take our rightful place in history. We had a little bit of backslide, but we can get there. Yes, um,
Yes.
guys,
So
thank
what's
you for
going
the
on? Also,
opportunity. Yeah.
Ansu went to. By the way, we are moving on from this topic. Ansu went to Magibi. He went with our political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Benete, to Magibi on Friday. Ansu came back. He was tired. He went to bed, covered his hair, and he slept. So today, Ansu is on the radio. He's about to tell us when he went to my. He laughing and saying when he went to Magibi, he has so many enjoyment there. He couldn't even down the radio to tell what happened in Magibi. He just went to, he had to struggle.
Enjoy, 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 enjoy.
Exactly. So we want Ansu to give us a breakdown. What honorable belated day that might give him my dear coming from the horses more. Although I don't go in volunteer call in and on Friday show and he says some stuff, but we won't hear it from you, Ansu. And
Mhm.
he just sleeping beneath too much when it's raining. Yeah.
We're coming there for you, answer. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my God. So
Mhm.
uh let me say thanks again. Thanks to you and Dr. Richardson for the platform. Uh at this time of the night our people get glued by the radio, back from white school, other businesses in the Camona at this time here to realize. So while realizing they listen to the radio and they want to be informed, want to know what's happening or what's going on around time. On Friday was a very good reception in my Gibby County. Let me say thanks to the folks there in my Gibby County. Thanks to the Radio Kakata team, James Machinbar, and thanks to Roden, the CMC chairman. There was a good reception. The guys hosted me until the political leader can arrive in Magibi County. So his visit in Magibi on Friday was based on an invitation extended to him by the senior senator there from Magibi County, Senator Natana Mayer. So, he's the one who extended an invitation to Honorable Berete. He said, I'll be visiting my county. I will be going back to appreciate to tell my people thanks. Since the election, you haven't been yet into that part uh, of the county that is at District 5, Yawola District, or Yawola Town should be the name, Kibi District. So he haven't been there yet since the election. So he decided on Friday to officially pay a visit there to appreciate the people. And it was how he invited the political leader CMC, Honorable Musa Hassan Bedete. So, based on that, we were forced to be part of for the team to be in my Gibi County, and it was a long route, narrow road. The road, very very discouraging, and we went all the way into that time, and the CMC political leader had a very good reception. He was how to welcome by the people of the Gibi district, and there were a lot of things said. And if you listen to some of the videos and clips that I sent, there was a time where Mr. Bede was invited to speak to the people, and he said something, and I laughed about it a little bit, but it was very serious. He said, "I'm confused," because confused in a sense that all what the people have said here, I'm confused. I don't know which one to take. There is no good road to get people to hospital, clinic when people get sick here. There's no high school into this place. There's nothing but good medical center into the place here. So there are a lot of things. The people they were just coming in vehicles to talking about the district leaders, commissioner, other people there. There's no vehicle to take them around. So he said, "I'm just confused. It's like I'm too disappointed, especially for it to be my Gibi County, from Monserrado, here where we are, to my Gibi. If you are going with your own vehicle, you spend about maybe 30 to 35 minutes on the road there. So you can just imagine 30 to 35 minutes if you're leaving from here with your own vehicle to get to my Gibi County." So he said, "Okay," he said, "At this stage, from my Gibi from Monserrado to my Gibi is very short. For you people to be experiencing this type of life." Because I'm not thinking about what happened to the people in Sano, Rewaji, I'm not thinking what happened to these people, because where you might give me, you cannot get vehicle, you cannot get there's no high school in that particular Gibi district, Yahweh time. There's no high school since that time was established. No high school. So what happens is that the kids go to school, maybe stop at the elementary level up to junior high, and then at the end when they pass to the senior high level, they have to move to Kakata. You have to move to Kakata to complete your high school. So there were, and there was all these things were placed in front of Mr. Benedict, and and they asked him for this favor, and how he said, we should, Liberians should stop voting, on based on maybe party level, based on this trouble line thing, based on family level. We should put people there who ready. Like for him, for all the way Nima County, where he served the people of District 7 in Nima County. So to cut over to my Gibi County, that's still the people that because you have this love when it comes to development, this how to transform the life of people. So he then appreciated the senator who invited him and told him that there will be a groundbreaking ceremony for the road project to start from Kakata City straight into Gibi. That breaking ceremony, it should be the middle part of this week, maybe by Wednesday, because they said next week, which this week they were talking about. Maybe by Wednesday to Friday, the team should be back in my Gibi County, and the crowd went wild.
So before you go, Father, we sending you back there again.
Yeah.
When you come out, you asleep again before you come in next.
So
because once a year again, but I just care for you to sleep. But before you go further, Ansu, let me play the video where the political leader Musa Hassan Bedete was he spoke a little bit. So here's the video.
To the chairman of the fast growing CMC. Yes. I want to thank Senator McGill for his friendship. I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to see the love between he and his people, the chemistry. That's a good thing. When you elect people, for them to feel you and continue to come to them. Nigeria has a lot of work to do. Sitting down here, I mean, you know, sometimes when we sit in our area, we think that we have problems. And then you come to a country like Margibi, and you come to a township like this, and you say there's no hospital. Unbelievable. Well, we have to change that. And I only want to say also, the way you make decisions, the way you vote, people never stop voting because you know the person or the person for your village. Look at the person's record and vote for them. You will see a difference in your life. You know, a family business can build Liberia, Canada will be like Japan. You know, all our voting are social, relative, tribe, all kinds of things. It can't help. No. We need to change that. We need to be progressive people, voting for people based. Here I am in Margibi. I'm not related to Margibi. I'm here because of friendship. I'm here because we all, here now we see a different Liberia. We have the same vision. And so we work together, we do politics together. And we discuss issues as members of the opposition family. We discuss issues. And when it's time to work with the government, we don't consider party, we consider Liberia. And you. And on that same basis, we criticize as well. Because that's what we are for. We are parliamentarians. Today we agree, tomorrow we disagree. We agree in the morning, in the afternoon we disagree. But at the end of the day, we are together. So I'm happy to be here. There are a lot of things that you have. I mean, I'm confused, honestly. You know, but like the senator said, next week we are going to bring the engineers to come and assess the road. And also, I observe the road. There's one thing to fix the road. But based on my observation, there's a lot of things to be done. The waters, the waterways, the culverts, the box culverts, we'll do our best. We'll make sure we give you a road that will be safe for you to carry sick people, to carry pregnant people. The thing I'm going to say, the thing I want to say, I didn't get Senator McGill approval to say this, but I will say I know you will not let me. But as you face the road, if you let the road, if you want to join CMC, you can join CMC. With the rest of the people, which is a good thing.
I really like this piece. So also go ahead. If you got first the road, you like the road, you join CMC. That road will be almost 22 miles long. 22 miles long road, and that's small road.
And that's small road.
Yeah, 35 to 40 kilometers is almost 21 to 22, or even 35 or 25 miles roads long. Depends on, you know.
Yes.
So it's not a small road.
And he said that. He said putting in the culverts, you know, you gotta build up the side, the gutters of the road and all of that stuff. Yes, go ahead, Asu. Wow.
That's a very long just what people saying, that's a very long road. It's gonna cost a very huge investment.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very long road, and and for the individual, the political party to take such initiative where government should cover because that would be covering a very huge amount of money, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole government project there. It's just that you listen to him, my Gibby County right here. How can how can you people be living in such a way? How can you people be a banner? So he talked about the school and just told him to to find the land. He said, for us, we are talking do. Just find the land and tell us, yeah, we have the land already. The team will be here and then start the work on the school. There is no high school into that is a Yahweh time or Yahweh time. Yeah, in Gibi district, there's no high school there, and the population because I did my own walk around to see how the area look like. I saw a very huge number of people into that place. So no high school, and no high is really really challenging. To the parents, the children have to finish the elementary, junior high, and then cross over to Kakatai, to complete the senior high level. So that's just what happened. It was a very long ride. He was going from time to time, stopping, interacting with the Christian, Muslims community, all through all that Friday. And it was just then we came back. We got by Monrovia about 11:30 midnight.
And the rest of history, right?
Exactly, to the rest of history. The rest of history. So yeah, he was the political yourself was tired. He just said, Ansu, just give me a call. Yeah, so yeah, give me a call so we can who can see what
Yeah.
there's a plan for this week in which we are in because
Mhm.
you listen to him. He said next week, so that the week you're talking about for the groundbreaking for the road, and also if they have the land for the school,
Mhm.
well, that would be very very welcoming. Which he said, so you guys find the land, the team will be here to get the school work done. But he was it, and as I said, the people condition there, it's very very bad, and to see a county that is close to Montserrat County, where you can just you can go Kakata maybe 2 or 3 different times, or 4 different times before night hour, and to see the condition of people, there in the rural area, that area should have been exposed by now. Look at the different government, 12 years, the Unity Party government, and someone said in the car, I think he was cracking joke, but it was very serious. The guys instead running to the political leader, Mr. Bailey, that was yeah, Mr. Bailey, and the person said the people who have voted for the interim they're on reloaded. What's the show name there? That platform. It's still the people who have
That's
voted for
reloaded.
the interim there, not the mayor. They made their key here to see the work that people doing here. And I just what the guy said it was weird
Oh,
because
that's
they have
true.
they have sat down on a show and have forgetting about the people there in that side. They finish forgetting about the people there.
Yeah.
They are forgetting about the votes whatsoever came from that side. It done already. And that's how it just been happening in the past. In the past Virginia, it's the same thing. You get in the office, you just abandon the people, leave them in that area, forget about them, no hospital, no school, no good road. And at the end of it, you stay 6 years or 12 years in power. It just leaves the people left, in such condition. So he was very so disappointed on it, and he said we're gonna work along with the senator there, McGee, and told him my office will work through your office so we can have things done here in my TB County. But don't forget, I come from Nima County, District 7. So
And
that's telling you that
besides,
yeah, what I'm doing here,
he is the political leader of CMC. So
CMC.
any
So
work that's done there is means that the political party is part of that formation of that work. That,
exactly so. So
100%.
you see, so if you can see me coming here to do it, meaning that CMC is out for transformation, is out to change the life of Liberian people. This party is out to give Liberians the best, and it was a good time in my giving. So I went maybe by Wednesday or Friday for the groundbreaking ceremony.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Ansu, for the beautiful narration of what happened in Maigibi County. I've had a lot of takeaways from that, and I would like to start by saying first thing that Grace said earlier: if they love the road, and they love our political leader, uh, Representative Musa Hassan Biladi, join CMC. Okay, that's what I would say. But it's really touching to see how compassionate, and that's a one thing that a leader must have: compassion for his people, that man can go there and start telling us about how his intentions are to make sure people can get good road to travel to the hospital. He even talk about educating the future generation of the country, and perhaps if the school's done, they'll be educating the answer. I was surprised he said that there's no school in a district there in the area. The children gotta
There's
move.
no high school there.
High school, yes, I'm sorry, no
Yeah,
high
so
school.
I think it
Imagine.
start to ninth grade. That's just a
Yes.
junior high level. Six,
So
7, 8, 9.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I,
Yeah,
I, I know communities like that where after that the children have to go to a mission school, maybe Konola in the area or BWI, to further the education, leave their families, you know. And so now our political leader is talking about building a high school so those children don't have to leave. It'll be a choice if you want to go to those other places to go to school. So I really appreciated what he has to do. And he said something. He said, Maki and I are from different political parties. We will agree to disagree, but one thing we're going to agree on is the transformation of Liberia. We will make sure we agree on good governance in our country. We'll make sure we fight to improve the lives of Liberians. Make sure that pregnant women shouldn't die, because there was no good road for them to get to the hospital. Rennie Hospital is the popular hospital in Magibi County there. Okay. For women to even get there, sometimes they got to be rocking, shaking, taking, keke or a motorbike to get to those places. And this is what Honorable Billy is saying, that he's gonna work towards changing that, and that's the confusion. And what to tell us the confusion, I can see it. We're talking about approximately 177 years old. That's how old our country is, and we have a county that is in close proximity, is very close to the seat of our government, Monserrado County,
The capital. Yeah.
the capital, yes, of our government. And yet it is the people that he said you can even drive, you won't go to my you 4 times in a day, that far, you can do it. And here is the people don't have a befitting, a fitting that we can call it. I will speak some other English here for you today. What the people used to speak in Addington or whatever, they didn't have a fitting hospital, a fitting school, a fitting road that yeah, they may gotta go build a whole 25 to something miles of road that would be very expensive. And now somebody can say, well, then I duty, the government can do it and stuff. But you have to check your budget.
Or when?
Yes, you have to check your budget. Okay. Did they put money in the budget for those things? All these many years we've been having a country, you know. No, it's not there. So somebody with compassion, somebody with the heart, as he works towards challenging the budget to make sure that it works for all Liberia, we have to do things to improvise first. And this is what he's doing. So that's exactly my thoughts on the issue. Any Chris, Madam Chair?
Yeah, so Doc, I mean, you just said it all. I mean, um, I would just piggyback on your last statement. I know, that I bring people. I know he don't have to do it. And the government's supposed to do it, but the government was supposed to do it since 1847. The government was supposed to do it since 1990. The government was supposed to do it since 2006. The government was supposed to do it since before, after the war was over. The government has not done it.
Yes.
The government has not done it. It takes a human being with a heart that have empathy and compassion for people will still say, you know what? The government is not doing this. I'm in the government and I'm pushing in the house, in the House of Representatives, but I can't push by myself. And sometimes I push, other people join me, but we still cannot get there because they, for some reason, this government that is in place right now, and most previous government, the executive is just too powerful. So while we're still pushing on that end, we'll come on this end and use our own resources because we have our institution that is formed now and start to help the people so they can see that what we're doing, if they can see us as, to help them as well as we do these things, when it comes time and we put our foot in the race, even with the representatives, the senators, those different seats, will be able to help these, will be able to vote these people into power. Because if they do this, they will be able to do more when they get there and lead the country. It means Liberia will be very, very, very developed. So that's some of the things. But I want to base my stuff on the networking.
Mm-hmm.
You see how beautiful it is to have people who just got hot for country. People who genuinely love Liberia. We talk about it when they can say, "Oh, I love Liberia." They just love themselves when they get it, they start stealing. No, we're talking about genuine love. When the population could tell Nathan again, say, you know what? I'm not coming to Magibi. I don't come from there. Inside, you senator, go do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that Maggie don't have that kind of resources to do whatsoever he has to do there in that country. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have it, or he has it. Maybe he just don't want to use it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But he said, you know what? I will help you. Let me go see what's going on. Networking. They don't come from the same place. They are not of the same religion. They are not of the same, he's one is senator, the other one is representative. They still decided to go there. McGill graciously, I will give it to him. He too never said, oh, because Benete will overshadow me, I will not carry Benete there. He too thinking about his people. So he said, I will take Mr. Benete there, and because we work in the legislature, I will take him so he can see how he can help my people, regardless whether he comes from another party, which is CMC. Citizens Movement for Change, and I come from another party. But he took him there, and they went there together, and they told the people, he told the people, this is the man I brought. He laid his case in front of his people. The honorable populated king and told the people, okay, y'all got all these things y'all want me to do. I will be able to help y'all, but I too, me and Maggie, we didn't come for the same party, so y'all look at my party as well. Maggie never had no qualms with that. No qualms. He didn't have no problem with it. So all two of them were able to do it together, but in the meanwhile, it's going to benefit Liberians. It's going to benefit the country, and that's the beauty of networking. Regardless of I'm doing something else, regardless of you doing something else, I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, I will not let you help me because you were shouting at me. No, me too. I'm not gonna say because I have the means to help you, I will not help you because you go do it by yourself. No, they decided to work together. Yes. At the end of the day, it benefits Liberia.
Yes.
It benefits Liberia, and that's the beauty of networking. But that I just wanted to welcome some people, and then I will give an announcement.
Yes, please do.
After that. Yeah, okay.
Please so don't forget.
Yeah, so before I don't forget, before I forget, I would like to welcome Aaron K. Dennis. Good morning to my CMC family. Morning, Aaron. Hi, guys. That's Aliu Kamara. Jay Roland Tia. Good evening, family. My name is Jay Roland Tia, watching from Kakata City, Magibi County. Yes, Roland, we know you were there at the program with a political leader, and he was so excited. You could hear him giving his upload on the program, and he was, you could hear the excitement in his voice. You think it's easy for somebody to go carry almost 25 miles of road to your county? Myself would be happy. Because it's going to change lives. It's going to change lives. The people will be able to access their farm. Their children will be able to walk on the road and go to school with ease. Cars will go up and down. Women who want to go deliver their baby, they don't have to struggle again. The car going, taking forever to get to them. All those little things.
Yes, fancy.
Elijah Honors to have Ronan was so happy on Friday, and he was so excited. But anyway, I would like to welcome Honorable Kevin. He said, please share the live, guys. He's telling everybody to share the show. I would like to welcome who else? V. Kasi Gwere. Can you please ask our political leader to clarify that what Martin K. Colley said about the denying of visa to the state is a lie? It's a big black lie. Well, people will just brush it a little bit, but V, let me tell you, it's a lie. These people get up with their hate and their animosity against people for no reason, and they formulate lies and just come and tell it on their name. That's why Liberia has been way back, because our people are very evil to one another, and that's the reason why we don't even want to give this thing any credence. I don't think you should believe those things. We already debunked that. That was a total lie. The political leader never went for any visa in the first place, so they are lying. So I would like to welcome Milton. I would like to welcome Milton Philaza Dor Younger. Let me wear my glasses. Why is something I said like this? I would like to welcome younger son Kindness Chala. I would like to welcome Ishra Talawian Rabba. Is it my family? Yes, Ishra. I would like to welcome Rabba Asino Pius the Great. I would like to welcome Wilson. Great job. I would like to welcome Fatuma John, this generation of political actors full of drama. I would like to welcome Sidiki Musa Belete. I would like to welcome Fa Ra. I would like to welcome Africanus Nathan. Says Grace, please check your inbox. Okay, I will check it. I would like to welcome Clarence Zika Soiree, jumping from ANC 1% to CMC 0.5%. Can't help me. I see negativity we're talking about, but Clarence, you were lucky I read your comment, because people like you, we don't even condone you around us. I would like to welcome Tatia or Tatia. I would like to welcome Sylvester Sandy Carter. He says CMC is my DNA, CMC is my next reading party come 2029. Thank you. I would like to welcome Dami Toke. That somebody need to. I would like to welcome Sons Diaz. I'm not going to read your comment because you don't want that comment to be read. I would like to welcome Abraham Buema. Good morning from my in doc. I would like to welcome Spoken Words here, guys, and the rest of the people. I would like to welcome everybody on the platform. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all. If you are watching, share the show so other people can have the opportunity to listen on social media. We are broadcasting Monrovia, Liberia on True FM. Everywhere they're being broadcast right now, you can hear us. We come here every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. On Friday, we give us lucky winners. We give them a scratch card, $5 each, to maybe enjoy their weekend. Or we thinking, but we don't have. They don't have to be scratch card anymore. The person want to file out for something else, you can just give it to them.
That's right. That's
you come here and you call the lucky number. You are giving a $5, and you can do whatever you want to do, or you can buy a scratch card to talk to your family. That happens here every Friday. And so are saying that the people are saying it should happen every day. I don't understand how they think that. But yeah, but happy every. You never know. I mean, God is good though.
Yes.
What Kanye will be having it. You can be blessed anytime.
Yes.
So if you continue watching, you never know. Because people have 1 year on Thursday. Some people even were lucky they won on Tuesday. We just say, what, somebody need to win something and they won.
That's right.
That can always happen, but the news I have today before Doc come here, or the people in the studio, as of tomorrow, we're going to be starting here at 7 p.m. United States Eastern Standard Time. That would be 11 p.m. Liberian time. So we come here 1 hour earlier than our normal time. We'll be starting at 11 p.m. Liberian time, 7 p.m. United States Eastern Standard Time. So our time has changed. As of tomorrow, we'll be abiding by that. So tomorrow, we're going to come here 1 hour earlier. Please mark the time so you can come late and say, oh, boy, I never knew. Come here again. Let me say again before I turn the mic over to the rest of the people. You'll see all the different mics. I will turn one of the people. We'll be coming here 7 p.m. United States Eastern Standard Time. And that would be 11 p.m. Liberian time. Thank you.
Yes. And actually, this was by popular demand. A lot of people told us that, the show was running into the sleeping time, even though they was trying their best to stay up. So we thought that we start a little earlier to allow people to hear and engage in what we're saying. And so we decided that we were going to push the time um, up a little bit. So again, thank you so much, Grace, for recognizing our people. I want to welcome all of you wherever you are. You may be in Radio Land, you may be online watching us. We appreciate you. Please share the show because your friend may not be my friend may not be Grace's friend. So if one person share the show and you share the show, we get a whole different set of people listening to what we have to say tonight. So thank you. I actually wanted to close up on this topic, if it's okay with you, uh, Madam Grace. Something. Our political chair is he got an interesting sense of humor, and I really appreciate it. He said something. He said, if our country was voting on familyship, and if familyship could make people rich or developed, we would have been like Japan right now. you know and he was so right. And I think in closing, I want to say part of us being on this show is to bring awareness to our people that you have to look at who you vote for. For so long, we've been voting by tribes, we've been voting by fellowship, religion. Now it's time that you said. I always say, if you know about Janet Jackson, because I'm a little old school when it comes to my music now. What have you done for me lately? And this is what our political leader, Representative Bill, is good at doing. He said, deliverables before, give me your votes. So this is why when you see him going around, he doesn't even live in McGibby County. He lives in Nimba, but he talked, as Grace said, it takes a heart to be able to say, I'm going to network, I'm going to work with you. So yes. So again, I like that. He said fellowship was something that would develop our country would be like Japan. Now it's true, Japan is so developed. So okay, yes, I just wanted to share that. Asa Kamara, you're asking an interesting question. I'm not going to pay attention to you. We're talking about network. We're a party of positivity and vision for Liberia. So, well, those of you who want to be stuck in the past, you're welcome to do that. But we're gonna try to transform Liberia and want to push our positivity to on our country. Okay, and a lot of people are joining us. So, unfortunately, you can stay where you are. We'll take the people along with us. I would say I hate to say that we want everyone to join. CMC is a beautiful political party. You like us. We are here for our people. Somebody, I think one of our members that we call Upriver, he said, if you can think about a combination of loving Liberia, loving not just only certain Liberians, loving all Liberians, and that's what this party is for. And it's kind of compares to a combination of CDCs, as a mixture of CDC, which I'm not going to talk here, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, is CMC. The collaboration in Liberia is huge. The collaboration in America and in the diaspora is even way greater. If you see the love that pulls among us, if you're a part of us, you'll be on our USA chat room, you'll be on our global chat room. I mean, you can feel the love, and that's how it's supposed to be. Love is very significant to building a nation. You have people that they have to be able to work together, and that's what Honorability Mr. McGill, Senator McGill is doing. They showed those people in McGibby the other day when they got there that we are Liberians, regardless where we're from, regardless regardless where our background, regardless where we were born, in other different countries, whether you were born in the hospital or you were born in the kitchen, doesn't matter. The love that bond us together will build our nation to a better, it will bring us to a better place, that our future generation Alpha, will be able to excel in the world. And the people will say, wow, this is Liberia. These people came from so far and look where they have become. And that's what we want to bring to Liberia. That's the reason why you should join CMC. That's why you should join CMC, because we start within. We are doing it within. And so you should know when we bring it, when we start to spread in the society of Liberia, it's going to be huge. We're not going to pay attention. We know people are going to be hurt and people will say things, but we still love you. Come and join us, my people. You will see the
Mhm.
difference. Go ahead, Doc.
Absolutely. No, and you said something so important, and we're just gonna. It's just a matter of just pushing or synergizing or even energizing this love that you talk about, because our people have it. They already have it. Okay, and so it's just a matter of, again, touching the right place and talking the right things and doing the right things for our people, not neglecting, us in the budget, or neglecting leaders, neglecting the people. It's the matter of how we think about, pregnant women. We think about students. Okay, we think about good governance that work for all our people, not just for so long. And I'll be honest, Grace, and yeah, I say this all the time. I was even talking about this. For so long, our country have focused on, one group of people, and then we have learned to say, oh, when I get there, it's about only me, myself, and I. Okay, we're trying to, reverse that message. And the Bible says, love thy neighbor as thyself, and that's what we're trying to do. Yes.
So as Henry, as you guys come on, we want
Oh,
to
Harry
share.
wanted to say something too, right? Harry had another place.
Henry, you want us to speak on something, so you want to come in with that quickly so we can speak on it, and then we
Yeah,
can move. Mhm.
yeah. So that would just be in my in passing, Yes, just to brush up on it. So again, just a day after the political leader for the citizen movement for change left, Mike Gibby, that was on Friday, and then also on Saturday, there is this tournament in the Jacob Bill called the Kabbalah tournament. Yes, I hope I got it right. The Kabbalah tournament, it always brings people from the Muslim community, to come together in unity to have this tournament. It happens annually. So it was also attended by the political leader for the citizen movement for change, Honorable Musa Hassan Bedete. You know, he was welcoming, and that was my first interaction with him. After it was a recognized me. So, oh, the political lodge, and that's how we just cheer up. We always started laughing, and also since Binta Bedete was also there, she was also able to recognize me, and was also attended by the Director General here at RCA, Lai Bedete. He was also there, and the presidential aide for the past regime, Carrasco, Civil Carrasco was also there. It was well attended. They have citizens from just everywhere in Montserrado. They were also there to grace our occasion. It was something very, very nice. You could see the unity, among the Muslim communities. And then at the end of that program, in one of his interviews, people were like asking him, to say how he feels about the tournament, and then he said, yes, it's actually welcoming. This is what we call unity. It should not be you before people come to celebrate. When it is other people, their time with sacrifices. So living from Nimba, coming to Montserrado, most specifically in Jacobstown, to Grace Day, it show a whole lot of love and a unity. So I don't mind. This is what I sign up to. So there are bigger things ahead. There are times we'll have to leave Montserrat to go to other countries. So it is nothing for me leaving Nimba and then come to Montserrat to grace this tournament. And then we shook hand, that Saturday was actually a blessing for me. When you shake, people who got visions, it shows that there are better and brighter days for you, when
Yeah,
you allow people.
it can trickle, the blessing can trickle down on you, right?
Yeah.
You can't even wash your hands set.
I tell you, I've never wanted anybody recognize me when I feel whatever, truth event and so forth. I was just like by myself, and then just thinking, I was like, wow, there's something great coming up, you know. And then the interesting part to see a political leader eating in a gathering in the midst of the citizens, it was welcome me again. I was like, wow, drinking along with them, their water, just hawking. And then right by him was Carrasco, they were all seated and then just lecturing and then saying, yeah, this actually welcoming for the Maniga community, to bring them together, under one umbrella with all the differences at time. And as it was actually good for his part, I think because of the presence of the political leader, it was baited against the corner. There is the two names within that tribe. They got the people from the Bidete, they got the people from the corner. But yet and still they are one. So
Mhm.
with the presence of the political leader there, the Bidete were able to win the game 1-0. And it brought joy to him. If you watch some of the clips, the videos, you could see him, the excitement, very, very excited, so that that the Bidete won the game. So my take on that field, it shows that I love it. Everything you do when there is unity, you always progress and move. Yes, when there is unity, that was just his message, just everywhere. And then at the end, in one of the interviews, before you go close, and then exited the field and said, the winner for that tournament, he will give them 5,000 United States dollar, 5,000 from his own pocket. So within a tournament, there is a package already there for whoever wins the game. But now he say whoever wins the game, he's going to give them 5,000 United States dollar as his contribution towards the team. Probably other people were there, stakeholders were there, but to stand up and make such promise, it just take the heart of a man, and only a real man can do that. Yes, so it
Yes.
was welcome again,
Thank you, Henry. And I'm happy that as a youth, you're a youth. So as a youth, you got that message. Look how you explain it. And that's the example we want the leaders to set, for people like you, that, if you see them in gatherings like that, if that man can make a life that came from nowhere, very poor home, born in a place with no hope, and who could bounce back and bounce in, not bounce back, but bounce into to he bounced into to higher heights. We say that he bounced into to life, and he succeeded, and he's still succeeding. And he could do that, Henry. You can do that, right? So that's
Sure.
what that's some of the programs that we'll be bringing to, like, citizen movement for change. We'll be bringing those kind of programs, and we'll be bringing international people, athletes, international athletes. Will be bringing international or lawyers, all the different careers. We try to find people that have those careers, that have excel in their life here in the West, and we'll bring that to Liberia, so you can engage these people as the youth of Liberia. Be having programs for you to engage them in projects, so they can tell you where they came from and how they were consistent in what they did. They did not give up, and so you can learn from that, because your where you were born is not your destination. And if you remain that destination, doesn't mean you should remain in that particular abject poverty. So you can change that, whether anywhere else or right where you stay. It just all depends on you and the environment that is created for you. So if you vote in the bad leaders that create the worst environment for you, you're not going to excel. You have to look at the people and vote in the right leader for them to make that environment for your life to change. And that's what CMC is about. And that's what we want to bring to Liberia. So we'll start to do and start to bring people to give you life story. What they did. I mean, we're gonna bring people that you hear their name before. You'll be in shock just looking at them standing, or they're telling you where they came from and how far they have come. Yes. That, but you can come in now. We can talk about that Senator Edwin Bevington situation. It's,
Sure.
it's 10 minutes after the time.
Sure. And yes, just to close up on this so transition, I want to just say that just using sports as a medium to share love and unity and show, compassion. So it kind of brought the whole community together, whether you're, ability, whether you're a Connor, whether you're, living in Jacobstown, you came together to watch football. So I think that's something that Grace was saying, that we will encourage that as CMC members who want to show leadership in those areas, and we can use sports as a good medium to show a sense of love. So, speaking about love and speaking about the truth in our country. In the past couple of days, there's been news flying all over on social media, in the media in Liberia as well. Uh, because Representative Senator Snow, I'm sorry, Senator Snow, as many of you know, uh, Senator Snow and I are not the best of friends. We've had our time together on another platform where we went back and forth. Um, but we respect each other, just like what we're talking about. Respecting each other, we can agree to disagree. We have agreed to disagree. He even share that on the show sometimes. He plays and jokes around with me. But he came on a platform and said that he wanted, he was talking in context. I want to say, I'm not saying it in his context. I wish you had a tape to play it. But he said, I'm interested in running 2029. And obviously, I will not want my opponent to win. So I'm interested in my opponent failing. Liberians have taken this whole what he said out of context and ran with it and have said different things. But right after the speaker said that, around that time, it was a unification day where we saw pictures of the senator. I'm sorry, the senator. We saw pictures of Senator Snow. We saw a picture of the president. We saw a picture of the pro tem and the vice president together. And I mean, I remember saying, what a great sense of unity. What a great sense of agreeing to disagree. That's what that picture presented to me. But lo and behold, now we see that the government then, in this recent days, decided that they were going to write a statement to reject what Senator Snow said about the government failing and make a copy of that statement to send to ECOWAS, where Senator Snow represents Liberia, and other international institutions and communities. We have the statement. For me, and I'm gonna read that part, and maybe Henry, I will read it. Hold on, let me just get to our sharing and show. So let me just get to.
Which one is first? From Snow?
No,
Yes, read the part from the government first.
I can read it quickly. He said, according to the Ministry of Education, according to the Ministry, according to the Ministry of Information, he said that Senator Snow said that he would do everything possible to discourage foreign direct investment in making Liberia ungovernable and unstable until he becomes president in 2029. That's one of the things he said, right?
Yes, but please read. See, for people who read and understand, when you put something in quotation mark, okay, this is where I have problem with the statement. I feel like it was a misrepresentation of what Senator Snow said. You are saying this person directly said those words.
Forbidden. Yes,
forbidden. For
all of them off.
That what it said. So can you read the one that it put in quotation mark? And this is my problem with the statement. I'm looking for our
yeah, one in quotation mark on the chat room.
Yes.
Okay.
That came from the government. The government said this is what Snow said.
Yeah. They said that Mr. Snow declared that he would do everything possible, including using his connection in ECOWAS, to make the Bouaga-led government to fail, even if it means discouraging foreign direct investment to Liberia and making the country ungovernable and unstable until he, Snow, becomes president.
Is that the quote unquote?
Yeah, that's where that's the quote.
Okay.
And they say again. Let me see. Yeah, that's the quote.
Let me just start with it. So I was on the platform, I recall, or maybe I was even watching because I tend to watch that platform. Okay. I did not hear him say that he was going to use everything possible, quote unquote, from his mouth. Okay. to say that he was going to do everything possible to bring the government down, to make sure that the government does not succeed. I did not hear it. And if you are a government institution, you are the bigger guy. You have to be very, very careful what you attribute to other people, what you said, somebody say in quotation, okay? So I believe that there's a misrepresentation of snow. And I also believe that this government that we have, instead of focusing on important things like drinking water,
Yeah.
healthcare, education of our people, we are not thinking about 29 because Snow mentioned in his statement, whatever he said, I do know what he said, that I want to run in 2029. Okay. And so for me, it would be a good thing if somebody is not doing well. Even though we all want our country to succeed, he said it was almost like you were saying the government is already not doing well. And that I'm saying that one, this is why my interpretation that the government, you're saying the government is not already doing well. So if they continue to fail, the more reason for me to run in 2029. Okay, the more reason I can easily win in 2029. Because if I come in here, if you're not providing good health care, you're not providing good drinking water for our people, you don't care if people are getting good services when they suffer from mpox, monkeypox, you don't care. You don't care about what our schools are building certain districts. We've never seen your plan for our country, for developing our country. And if I have an altar to present that to the Liberian people, then definitely I will want to win. Okay, I will
Yes.
win, and that's what I heard him say. But for me, as a government, if you are not running a propaganda organization and not focusing on maintaining the money in your pocket to continue for the next term, then you know what people said. You're not attribute something that somebody didn't say in quotation. Okay, do not use quotation for a bitten, as Grace said, that they person key under that person. Or don't use it if you're going to be running propaganda. Don't use it because then you lie. You lying to our people. All right. So that's what I wanted to add to that saga going on right now. Grace, you come in.
Doc, I just feel that this is just so totally wrong. You mean with everything that's going on in Liberia as a country,
Mhm.
and with everything that's going on in the diaspora area with the leadership, yeah, with immigrants going through a lot in this leadership that is right now in the diaspora, especially in the USA. How in the world the government have nothing else with all the help that Liberia needs, that they will sit down and go and start to say something that is not even utter or setting senator mouth and make it a whole news, carrying it in the newspaper and saying that they vowed to use they were use echo the government stated that they were the government stated that they call it on the ECOWAS and they
Mhm.
call it on the opposite the international community,
Mhm.
the African Union and other international partners to prevent any such plan by senators. So really, for
Mhm.
real, for real, these people doing this and putting it, they'll show you that these people don't know. I mean, they have nothing to do. Why
Mhm.
our people can't even find food to eat? Look
Mhm.
at the people putting their attention on something
Mhm.
that was not even ready said on a show where a senator just talking how the government is not ready performing, so he will run as president. So what
Mhm.
give you the right to go and even start to say that? Senator Snow can sue this government for saying this because if he did not say it, he can go back to the tip on what he said and take them to court.
That's exactly. And then the embarrassment is we are sending this out to the outside world, saying
Yes.
that this man in quotation said this. Okay. And how embarrassing it would look for our government, to come back and say, we retracting our statement. This man didn't say this. How credible will we look? Okay. In a time of what we're trying to find a seat at the United Nations Security Council, a non-permanent seat. Okay. So I just I don't know. And it's not like our government didn't have other options. If you felt like this man was threatening to your government, call him in, investigate him. You have the power to do that. You know, have a hearing. Say someone put that on the floor and say, we We heard that you said XYZ. Is it true that you want our government to fail? Is that what you meant? And let him explain himself. But don't go on a radio station, a media platform as your sole words, and then you misinterpret what the person said.
And they're calling on the international community. They're
Mhm.
calling, I mean, the people will say the people are very unserious. Who does that? Yeah, we're calling on the international community, the African Union, and to prevent any place for. I mean, this is so sad. I mean, for the people to vote this government in, saying that these people have so many years of experience, for these people to be doing this, this
Yes.
is totally wrong. Who are the advisors of this government? Who
Mhm.
are advising these people? How can
Mhm.
you even say, come to start calling? You know, the Ekoma Parliament, and when they saw the thing, and these people, they laugh at like, bro.
Mhm.
They laugh at like, because Senator Snow got the right to go on any platform and say he don't want the government to succeed. That's his right. He can
Mhm.
say that. Now, is he doing anything to say he's going to form or fashion to go do the? No, he's not doing that. He just said the government failing. I wanted to fail myself. I want to run 2029. So if they fail, I don't care. He has the right to say that. Anybody have the right to say that? For
Yes.
you to take this thing as this to show Liberians that you actually don't know what you're doing, or you also you don't have no plans of doing any good thing for the country, and you want to focus on things that don't make any sense. While our people are hungry, that
Yeah.
is true. You are a very unserious bunch of people. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I finally just found our page where I'm looking at the letter right now, and it's saying, they just give wings to what he said, and he didn't say what they are writing here, that he would do everything possible, including, they say, Mr. Snow declared that he would, in quotation mark, they started it, okay, quote, do everything possible, including using his connections in ECOWAS to make the Buckeye-led government to fail, even if it means discouraging foreign direct investment to Liberia and making the country ungovernable and unstable until he, Snow, becomes president of Liberia. I never heard that man say such.
But besides, what kind of powers no he got to go to ECOWAS with all people? You have you seen Ghana Parliament? You think Ghana Parliament they get your people they were in Horseway, where someone they get high school diploma?
Mm-hmm.
Your guest senator even got high school diploma. You think Ghana Parliament a joke? Nobody, no book. They
Mm-hmm.
get experience. You think every store can carry himself go convince the people to do it?
Yes.
Are you people kidding me for you to even be carrying anything in newspaper? What seriousness is this? My people, the point got nothing to do. Oh.
You so right. But they don't even say, they say you are going to use his connections in ECOWAS. Okay. Connection. Then so the people in ECOWAS, they're just waiting for to be used by Snow. That's what they're telling us. So Snow can
No,
just say,
because they can be used. So the thing that's why I tell you, I said don't bother in ECOWAS, the Ghanaian Parliament, or the people from Nigeria, or the people from ECOWAS. You think those boys when they say who know that those people ask Edwin Snow, he not go money, he know what the people know. Are you think Edwin Snow get power to convince those people to start interacting with like you're the way you're doing things in your Baka government, yeah, it just it's saddening to see, man.
yes.
Yeah, like bro got too much other things that they need to do for you to be focusing on the kind of things. Yeah, it's sad for the country. We are disappointed in this government.
Yeah. And the thing that, for me, if you feel like Snow is a threat and you don't want him to win or challenge you in 2029, do good to the people. The people will speak. May the best man win. Like how, Madam Grace, chairperson for the USA region said, the people will speak.
Yeah.
If you're focusing on the healthcare of the people, you providing jobs for the people, educating our people, then I don't care what kind of connection you say in your head, you think no God or what he got. It will not work because the people will be satisfied. It'll be a government for and by the people. But just to kind of put in I don't know what kind of paper your wrote said, misrepresenting the main idea, and your call yourself learn people, use quotation.
Sure.
You are talking in the person words, and that's something that you learn in elementary school. and for our government, under the auspices of the Ministry of Information, because somebody signed a letter there. The minister signed a letter to say that thing there. But but you know, no, he didn't show. He responded to them.
Yeah, but the thing is that how they call him there, the Ministry of Information are looking for the minister name.
Oh, Chairman Pierre.
Yeah, I mean, this is coming from the Ministry of Information. But that the thing what put something with the whole thing is that the how they call it, the speaker. No, not that one. There's another story here. The people around. There's another story here with the Environmental Protection Agency.
Correct.
GSA report shows that the EPA, the people went and bought $78,000 car and $46,000 they purchased a Toyota Land Cruiser for $78,000 and another car for $46,000. They exceeded the threshold set for the government for any ministry to purchase a car, which is $45,000. You focus on the one, you know, there's one to the Senate, and the Senate called the EPA the EPA or boss, or they summon him. His name is what the EPA boss name?
That not Yapauro? Yure Yapauro?
I think it's Yure Yapauro.
What is saying here, I think.
Yeah, the Senate summon him to come, man. And they say he violated the amount. Now I don't know whether he the one purchase that car or somebody within the entity we have to remove. But
I saying that we don't have any sound.
We have sound, my dear. They just
no sound.
We got sound.
Henry?
We got some.
Okay. How they can do that? Chris and that super.
So they summon him. They call the Environmental Protection Agency EPA has come under intense scrutiny following the revelation that breached the GOL procurement policy on vehicle purchase. There was 2 high-end vehicle purchase well above the officially approved spending. This was revealed by the Senate Committee on Autonomous Commissions and Agencies. The purchase involved a Toyota Land Cruiser, $78,000, another vehicle bought for $46,000. These figures exceed the $45,000 threshold set by the government. The EPA violation, the EPA violation was investigated by the Senator of San County, Creighton Duncan, who is the chair of the Senate Committee on Autonomous Commission and Agency. Now, the grand jury Senator Thomas Yaya Nimle, he said that the people are joking. Nimle
have been hacked these days.
How about in Ministry of State, they put in wiring at the $8,000 car there?
Yeah, that's true.
Some of the things that they got all these things on their hand. That's no why you go to another platform that they want to tell you anyway and putting in newspaper. You're investigating stealing all the money where the post all use to better their lives. Other people stealing and they want to start investigating and bring the money back to the government coffers so they can use it for schools there in Magibi. So people that are Musa Hassan, they don't go there to go pay high school for you. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
That's what we want say. So you know, so we bring out your news so you can know what to look for, because they think with every slow ain't making sense to us.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. And to just even add it up, the political leader of Citizen Movement for Change, Representative Hassan Bulutei did speak on this. He said the government statement is dangerous, anti-democratic, and built on lies. That statement that he wrote, saying that they were quoting Snow to say that Snow wants to use his connection with ECOWAS to undermine the government. The political leader wrote, and he said that a statement issued, and I'll read it, by the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism, MCAT, purportedly in response to comments allegedly made by Bomi County Senator and ECOWAS parliamentarian Edwin Snow. Then he said, and we talk about networking and being able to work with each other. Our PL political leader and Representative Musa Hassan Bello does not know, he does not work with Snow. Snow is a senator and he is a representative. They're not from the same county, but they are working together. He saw there was wrong in doing this. So he said, this regular communication from MCAT is not only laced with falsehoods. Just what Gracie say, all the public guy our country without even thinking about it, we're going to go jump to falsehoods and misrepresentations. It is a direct assault on free speech, political pluralism, and democratic values in Liberia. Okay, so now you can't say you want the government to succeed in Liberia. Oh, you can't say the government has already failed. That if it continues to fail, then you'll be able to win the government. You can't say that because it's an assault on free speech. Okay. Then he said it sets a dangerous precedent where political disagreements, you can't disagree with the ruling party anymore, are framed as threats to national security, and dissenting voices are treated as enemies of the state. Of course, Snow was disagreeing with the government, and so our political leaders have said this is just concerning and alarming, that if you dissent, if you don't agree with this political government, this political government that we have here, then you are a threat and enemy to the state. To publicly accuse a sitting senator, instead of go asking the mail, of plotting to undermine the state without a shred of verified evidence is both irresponsible and vindictive. That's what he called that, and I agree with him. Okay, because you ain't got one evidence, not one.
Okay. So they say that they don't want nobody to disagree with the government. Once you disagree with the government, you become enemy of the state, and they start to call international community to come get it, and the more help them because you come. Oh, you're crying about although that Joseph Baga government crying wolf and did a real wolf in sheep.
Yes.
So let me come a little bit.
Go ahead.
When it comes to the whole Edwin Snow issue, I know what point in time you have seen someone in opposition and then you wanted to be healing you. I have not seen it. So the people from the United Party, they are just quick to forget. It came a time there were folks from the United Party say, former president, we will be a one-time president. Were they not thinking on all of these things? So when you say Senator Edwin Snow will destabilize the country, that means to say it is not only for him alone. Yeah, I am. I'm a citizen as well. It should be concerning to me if an individual or Snow, Edwin Snow saying he wants to destabilize the country. It's not about, we are not talking about, a county, we're talking about a whole country.
Correct.
So that has to do with, the citizens. It will be concerning. When it is truth, they are bring Senate. Take the issue to the Senate.
Correct.
They will call the man to book, to defend what he's saying. If it's wrong, he goes through the investigation. But you cannot just come out, but that's what happens when you are working to a ministry and then you want to be the propagandist for your own self. You want to defend yourself. That's what the government is doing. So when you observe what happened recently, the guy, the class reloaded, you find people, ministers, then go and sit down. You think I was sitting and talk by myself? Who does that? It does not work that way. So it does not work that way. So if it's wrong, that's the way forward. File in a complaint. The Senate will call them for hearing.
That's right.
What exactly happening. But on the other hand, for God's sake, this is Liberia. This is our country. I think Snow. So to prove this claim now, go for the audio or better still the video to prove it. But you can just sit down and then you just try to say some of these things, you put the country in worry, you put the whole country in worry. I think there should be other things we'll be talking about, how to strengthen the country, how people are not being paid, talk some of these things and leave, Edwin Snow issues, talking about, you want to You want to do this. There was a point in time. You hear about the people say, "Oh, we'll be one-term president." They will make sure all of these things you guys were saying. There was a while today you, and then you know, they are sticking everywhere. You know, you see as a threat. You know, they say when you live in glass or you don't throw stone on the wall. As the parable goes, like you in glass or you don't throw
You
stone
know,
or
trust
another
me.
man glass.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So, so the same thing you were saying just yesterday, someone just tease you a bit, and then you see it as an issue. So there are better things we should be talking about how to better of this country, and then just taking a snow issue, you know, a snow thing, and then snow, you know, snow came back to respond to what they were saying. He said,
Mm-hmm.
"No point in time, no point in time, you decide to do this." So if you know you the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, you know you did not get the right information. Why you do it? Come back. Use the same social media and come back and inform people. Say that you know it was not right. You know it went a day. So do not hold it in suspense. You know, you just put it there and at the end it's not proven. So you come back. You know to reread something so the public can take it for consumption. I think that will be very very best for my end. Then now about flagging one issue back to back. The minister said anything he wants to wrong, that's him. Nobody go to a campaign, you know, go to a campaign, but stay into a race, and then you expect me to lead instead of me talking about myself, and then I can't start talking about Madam K. You know, I will not, I will not be busy my part of stuff. So if we got to record it, we'll play the recording. We'll play the recording what exactly he was
Yeah.
saying.
That will put
So,
our recording together. Maybe we'll come here on tomorrow and we'll play it.
yeah,
So they can hear exactly what maybe so we're not trying to talk for him because I mean this man is a senator. They do all kinds of things, but we just think the government should try to focus. This is about our people suffering too much for you to be focusing on all the foolishness, and then your ministers and directors they got a whole show coming on what they should be working on. They got a
yeah.
whole show coming on social media just to talk about the government, and they're not even doing their jobs. So why you feel the need to defend the government because you're not doing anything, or else you will not even pay attention to what Snow get us in. To tell you the truth, you are actually working and doing a simple job. That thing Snow said will be very insignificant to you because
Yes.
you know you're
Nobody,
pushing the Labrampo agenda and making sure that no child is left behind. All the children that are working in the street selling 8 o'clock in the morning should be in school. That's some of the things education ministry is supposed to be pushing agenda ministry, making sure that our children's lives are prepared for the better. You know, making sure that high school is in that district that on the population went to that you gotta now go and help them put the Bay High School there. You know, that all children should have the fair chance in this life to be educated. You know, and that's the reason why we got people in government today. You got one better education, so they think by coming here and talking politics all day on social media while in government position, it will help the government to stay there so they can stay there for 12 years and enjoy government money. We're not going to allow you. We are not. So, yeah.
that's what I said. That's what
Mhm.
I said the other day. That was on the weekend. When people are in opposition, they become the best economists. That's the time they know how to balance the budget. You know, the budget is not like this, but give them a state power, then they become serious money IT specialists. That's what happened in that bureau. But when people in opposition, they would know the economy, the budget is not like this, the budget should have been this. You know, they will explain, but give the power to them. Just few years back, this government was in opposition. They could have said the worst thing about the we administration. So with what they're doing, I think they you know they even telling the opposition to do or better still people in opposition are because each time they put easier, you're taking a heart instead of working on it and then doing something that will overshadow it. You take it hard, you want to be the whole trend. You know,
I
probably
see
that
they're
other
going to have one whole show, but man, with all
yeah,
the ministers and directors on the show, can you imagine what a disgraceful time in Liberia? To see, look, when I was growing up, when they said minister, then that's small thing. To see, I mean, that small work they put you to do. That country, the first thing, even that certain mayor job, that small cleaning, that place to be clean. You can't even see dirt or paper or plastic. The whole library to be neat. Look at the country. Y'all got all that work to do. Y'all come go send out alternate talking about every snow. statement where he made on one platform, he was just talking that he won't run for president. You're making all the news, then you're discussing it. Wow, what people then, man, water then, he pour water, so he even get clean drinking water. It makes sense. Like people are you see, oh, the CDC and the UP government and the people to vote for in 2029 is over for them. You need to find a new lean. That was CMC here now. We get your tangible when we can't there, you give all the country, we carry the country forward.
Yes. And we'll make sure that this kind of subject is discussed. We're not just going to be making Senator popular for no reason, because you sure have elevated Senator Snow. I'm telling you, but you're even calling his name. And so our political leaders said that they should retract their statement, that the Ministry of Information should immediately retract its statement and apologize to the Liberian people for the reckless abuse of power. You got Justice Ministry, you got regime speaker, or whatever. Jack Costa said, we heard that you said so and so thing. We call him to a hearing, as Henry said, and solve it like that. But this back and forth making this man popular. Anyway, we're going to end this show because it's not worth. We want to focus on the things that.
Because I want to tell something else at that, because they just made a man to get in the news for no reason.
I'm telling you.
They can compare ECOWAS. The ECOWAS people, they were representing their country. In ECOWAS, are small people in there.
You say usage connection.
Yes, education. Yes. That small credential that people get with experience. That's not able to can go say in front of the go and say, oh yeah, I want you to help me to stabilize the It makes sense. In your minds, it makes sense. You just confused the Liberian people because you ain't got nothing to offer them. You're lied to the people for 6 years when we are a president here said we're doing nothing. You were lying to the people. Now you got there, you're confused. More than even we were confused. And he was just how they call it, a newbie in the whole government thing. You're even confused more than him at this point in time.
Yeah.
Although all two of your party then he was not because yeah, but you're confused, and the people expect you have to do more. And that's what we are saying. But that our time is 9:43. I want to also point a table here. I don't know how you feel.
Please do.
But the speaker of the 50, that whole government, the legislature, the judicial bench, the executive, everybody honor the executive. There is no division of power in our play anymore.
No check and balance.
Everything, yes or no. So the regime speaker, what they finish putting there now? Yes. And they had to, the rule of local had to force them down to their knees to go by and do the right thing and they did. They put the regime speaker in. So the regime speaker, the 51st legislature, Honorable Richard Namekun, has been summoned by the court of by the cycle court, civil law court, to respond to a lawsuit filed by his wife, Angeline Mami Waloku. They will not carry him to court. She said that the court case is centered on allegations that the speaker has failed to account for over 209,000 in rental income from the 10 apartments that they own together as husband and wife. They're making account for their own home property and I like brought money to account for.
Absolutely.
You have been thinking about that. The wife sued him $209,000. The woman said she want no money. She said that the 209,000 came from the rental income, which they own like 11 apartments together as husband and wife. Said 2000 they been married. They had a property together after they got married. He was supposed to put a property on record. They got separated. All she know he was supposed to be giving her own money. She said even when she was in the hall, when he said he was not giving her own money. Then she left. He ain't giving her own money, so she carried him to court. For a certain speaker to go to court for his wife for accountability, and he can't account to his own family that you account to. I just wanted to say that, man. But I just too sorry for Liberians. You are really saying in trouble when you're 40 people in
hot water. But just the only thing I'll add to that, I mean, again, it goes back to what our political leader was saying, the chairperson, Representative Musa Hassan Pelute was saying, you have to look at the people that we are voting for, okay? The people who are asking to serve us in our country. You got to look at them from their family values. how they are treating. Because if you how you are treating your own family, it's a good sign to see how you treat the government when you get into power. That's what you're saying. If you are not accountable to your family member, you don't learn those values. Are you going to be accountable to your community, and are you going to be accountable in government? The probability is very high that you will not. You will not be. Okay. So yes, that's what I wanted to add to that.
And so you want to take our lead 3 calls before we leave here tonight? But dear, you never know. Anything could happen.
That's no
Mhm.
problem. That's no problem. I'm not Ansu, I'm here.
Oh,
Henry,
Henry, I'm going you. And so Henry going to beg again.
Asu gonna be the Asu gonna.
Ansu is in studio too. I think communicating.
Mhm.
Yeah, so to get your intake on the show, the Political Lodge on Truth FM 96.1, call us on 077701763 077701763 077701763 is the number to call, and then you're going to be live here to tell us with all the things that we are discussing, what's your own take on them on 96.1 Truth FM. 077701763. Very first caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name from where you joining us?
This is Matthew Maloka.
You guys are getting.
Put it up a little bit.
You calling from where, Pinsville? Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, thank you for the show. Listening to you guys. Thanks for bringing all of this information to us, especially with CSP. I was the one who voted that, and we so movement. CSP, AAA is so movement. We are all voluntarily to watch it, and I plan to support and express and currently ticket for CSC culture program. So I was the issue, and I was back on.
Thank you, my brother, for always following. We do appreciate you. Be awake at about this time to follow the show. We thank you so much. Keep following.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Okay. 077701763 077701763 is the number to call. You're going to be live. Your name for where you joining us. Good morning.
I'm just calling from Jericho.
Josiah who?
Josiah.
Okay, Josiah, to go ahead, my brother. Make your point.
Yeah, I feel on a mobility. One is doing in my TV. It's not strange. Yeah. Papa, il est presque son par last one. So I did right discussion. Les discussions in the matter there's no part of the discussion. There's no part of the discussion that you can compare with discussion. Yeah. It is a good connection. Yeah. I mean, la brother I'm paying for that. It's very working. See when he went in my TV. I believe him, man. I believe him.
So,
I pray that God gave him this.
thank, thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, though. So the only way you can pay the man back is to see the man as your own, see the man as your leader. That's the way of paying back. There's nothing different. I ain't thinking you need money from you either. 077701763. 10 minutes up to 2 o'clock. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Your name from where you joining us? Ghana'sville, James. Please amplify your voice a little bit. Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much for it. I appreciate
Asu, can you hear that mail?
We're not getting you. We're not getting you. You
Henry,
gotta
I'm
be
sorry.
audible.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
People's
go ahead.
hearing your voice.
Thank you. Of the CFC, for what they continue to do across our country. But I change. Both he have the intention of contesting like president. There's people that he collected developmentally doing well. We can see during the match, maybe I follow that community or construct match. Match. So now people come to order from it from that. So this is where we need to go. We need that if like the important position, you know what,
Okay, brother.
for that. So
Thank you.
to the issue of the speaker, the retreat speaker, we don't have to take the fire people who believe in this. We need people who think to be qualified or more competent development. It has come not during the you understand the politics. Oh, you were in there yesterday. You insult the mind and continue to violate the laws of our country and today the web has moved. Can you imagine how would we be able to plan for leaders that cannot be even being able to put their horses in order? But indeed they want to start or make a decision for the future. Where are we going as a country? So we actually need to be able to encourage education of people. We need to go to school and learn. If we would change in terms of how we go about making decisions more better. There are many people here in position and not supposed to be in position, but because of the mindset is one and the other time and people they get it all in that one. So if we don't have the mindset to be able to manage those goals to continue to sing the same song, nothing will happen. So to the government.
Okay, brother. Thank you. We gotta hold you. We gotta take more calls. 077701763 777017635. So
Two more calls.
leadership comes about when you have already started doing, not when the time is nearing or the time is already close out. Then you start to do. You start to do ahead of time. You set the pace, for the real change. So this caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please amplify your voice. Your name from where you joining us?
I'm more than that. That is calling the balance.
Barnesville. Go ahead, my brother. 30 seconds.
Yeah, my question is that I need to speak on the Bonati, Opa, and Vegetable. Not Bonati, Vegetable said that he was why after Bonati become what he did, put on his resident, he has to protect the dead cancer. So for me, who the lab, the people have policy, so then he have policy and
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
Point.
We take just two more, then we'll go back. And then we'll try to wrap up things. Please. 777017635. Good morning. Your name from where you joining us? Good morning. Your name from where you joining us? What's your name? Calling from where? Okay, Johnsonville. Go ahead, my brother. 30 seconds.
My issue has to do with Senator Edwin Murray. The system is a political system. There are a lot of lawmakers and those who have been accepted as accepted for the presidency as people that can accept in Nigeria. So we should not hold any small responsible.
Okay. We should not hold Senator Edwin Mervyn Snow responsible. It is a political statement. So that means to say you should be having a thick skin when it comes to politics. Do not be carried away by, facing your friend, man. Not be carried away. Let your skin be thick. 777017635. This could be our very last call. Good morning. Your name from where you joining us, my brother? Call down from Freeport. Go ahead, make a point. 30 seconds.
So the issue of the school and that not everything because during the president we had the issue is not at this president we are was not like as a leader focus to say want your president elect to deliver for your people.
Okay.
You deliver, if you want for you, want to deliver, or you don't deliver, the people go ahead, so that's what you do. What is the
Oh, my brother, thank you so much. And exactly, I just said that, nobody will be in opposition, right? I know if you want the people to be like flagging you, that's impossible. So it is optional to you now to say, okay, say I think I'm not doing the best thing, let me put on my jacket. It is not too late. We could still do a U-turn to do better so that people will praise us. But you're taking just an issue, you want to be around with it, doing the former president, we are people say you'll be one-time president. So it becomes optional to him to either go by what they say about their words or to do the right thing. So that's why we'll not take call again. Let's go back to the team. We gotta go. We got 30 minutes up to 2 o'clock.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in the 3 minutes I want to play because I want to tell the people then they paga government that the people complaining about you don't focus on snow like but the people complaining about you. So let the woman in the market here.
We just think now we can say, I said really, I said really looking, nothing else on today again. What do you show? What do you show? For me. You wanted to get food, let me buy your bobo. It's not there. About a rock to tell the captain. It's not easy. For you to come out to come back for your children. It's very hard.
Joseph Waka, you fool all.
In which way?
Because my husband tell me say that chish. And na, a money devil. Joseph Waka, you devil. For me. And I say, Nana, tough. See how we say now, see how they play empty. See how they play empty. No customer. No customer today. See the money one I make. Same to that, you know the market.
When?
Okay. My destiny to go on at 400. To go on to come at 400.
800.
How we manage?
So you spend.
So
you care to tell us how the business is like on you? People watching you out there.
Yeah, the business is not running.
It's not running.
Yeah, business not
So
running.
what the cost? What the cost of the business?
Because no money in the country now.
No money.
Yeah.
So the money you have got in a buyer for your.
Yeah, so why you're focusing on Erin Snow? They poor hungry in the market. Nobody going there to buy because they putting that money in the country. We want you to focus on that. I want people for there into power to focus for the life to be better. That's what we want to focus on. All the 200 and 8,000 car right? You need to start going to investigation so they can take that money and put it in the economy for the people to live their life. Because that's what the folk for there into power. Because 2029, you can go do class reloading or clash reloading or class reloading or cash reloading. I don't care what kind of reloading you're doing. The United Party will not see power in our country, Jenna. I just want to say that to you. So this is it for the night.
Yes.
Remember that we will be here tomorrow.
Our announcement.
Yeah.
June 21st.
Oh, we'll be here tomorrow at 7 p.m. United States Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. on the radio in Liberia. And then I wanted to share that. I want to share our flyer for our program in Minnesota, CMC. We are having an installation introduction program in Minnesota on June 21st. So it reads CMC Citizens Movement for Change Introduction and Installation Program. It's going to be held at the Brookdale Convenient Church, which is on 5939 Brooklyn Boulevard in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. The zip code is 55429 on June 21st, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. prompt. But we're carrying the real CMC star that we want to bring to Liberia. We're starting everything on time. No go and come. And it says to the end, become the vessel for change. Become the vessel for change. That program is going to be product. A lot of people will be coming. We're going to be introducing CMC to the Minnesota community. We already have a chapter that will be established on that day in Minnesota. They have all 50 persons already that is a part of CMC in that area. And we're going to be establishing, installing that chapter as of that day. And we're going to have food and drinks. And we're going to introduce CMC to the community, telling them who we are and what we can bring to the table and how we want other people to join us, because we want to bring a change to Liberia come 2029.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. Grace, you said it all. I want to see you in Minnesota as well. It's late, so we'll say good night to you. We will talk about you being a vessel for change tomorrow when we talk to you. So thank you for being here, and join us again tomorrow. Henry, thank you so much.
CMC for the people.
Thank you, Wasi.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. Just before I leave you, like I'm always saying, and I will always say, if you want to get a hint, the gist, the gossip of a particular village or the town, follow the women to the creek, or better still, to the waterside. At that place, they bring up issues that the town is challenged with, you know. So that's it. CMC, a good time. Follow the women at the creek. You'll get a hint, the gist, the gossip.
That's right.
CMC for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up, Liberia. CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better Liberia. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. It's a unity. Raise up your hands. CMC. The land of liberty, the light of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC for the people. CMC by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.